I'm Luis Mesmino, and today we're going to be heading to Isla de Plata off the coast of Puerto Lopez here in Ecuador. And if we get really lucky, we're going to be able to see some humpback whales on the way there. Often overlooked by foreigners in favor of the much more famous Galapagos archipelago, Isla de la Plata is another island hotspot with an incredible biological diversity, especially when it comes to nesting birds. Due to its proximity to the coast, it's only a short boat ride away and makes for a much faster and affordable trip than the Galapagos. However, if you come during the right time of the year, the adventure might start even before you reach the island, as migrating humpback whales use this area to breed. It wasn't long before we spotted these gentle giants swimming alongside us. But with the boat in constant movement, heavy winds, intense solar glare, and other tourists making noise, this episode was not going to be that easy to film. On top of all that, the most challenging obstacle was trying to predict when and where the whales would jump out of the water, as they kept moving around us and would appear on the surface at random intervals and locations. The only strategy was to point my camera at the ocean and hope I'd get lucky. Eventually though, I was able to capture that perfect moment. Here we go. Putting on the show.
This behavior is called breaching, and despite a number of extensive studies, the exact reason they do this is still unknown. Humpback whales can be identified by the obvious hump on their back that gives them their name, and their elongated pectoral fins. They belong to a group of whales called rorquals, who themselves are part of a larger group called baleen whales. Baleen whales feed on massive amounts of krill and plankton using specialized plates to filter water as they open their mouths. As I mentioned before, humpback whales stop by Ecuador as part of their migration route. From their feeding grounds more than 6,000 kilometers away in the nutrient-rich cold waters of Antarctica, to their breeding grounds in the warm waters near the equator and Central America. They are among the largest animals on the planet, with some individuals reaching lengths of over 18 meters and weighing more than 40 metric tons. Because they are marine mammals and not fish, they need to breathe air, and do so through their two blowholes, creating a white spray from the water resting over their head. They can remain underwater for about half an hour and dive down to about 200 meters. Males use a series of long and complex sounds to communicate and for courtship, essentially singing to their mates. These animals are extremely intelligent and will often interact with other species such as the dolphins that also inhabit this area. There are even reports where they have been observed protecting other species from predators like killer whales and sharks. Unfortunately, these magnificent animals were almost hunted to the brink of extinction in the 19th century due to intense hunting for the whaling industry. Luckily, due to intense conservation efforts, their population has rebounded to nearly 80,000 individuals today. After saying goodbye to the playful whales, we arrived at the island, where we were greeted by a group of friendly sea turtles, who were happily munching on banana peels that the boat captains would throw them. However, these incredible marine reptiles more than deserve their own episode, so I'll talk more about them later in the season, when I get to see them much more up close in another underwater encounter. Well, we've made it onto Isla de la Plata, and now we're going to look for the main target of today's adventure, seabirds. They nest all over this island. You can see that some of the rocks are painted white with guano. But even before we got here, we got to see some awesome whales, and to top it all off, some hungry turtles. But join us next week as we're going to explore the interior of this magnificent island. Bueno muchachos, till next time. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss out on any new adventures by clicking the channel icon right above. Or click here to watch another video. And as always, thanks for watching.